Hey everybody, I'm gonna try this again with Shay. She is coming.
Yeah.
Hey, darling.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. You's home
Wonderful.
now, girl.
Wonderful. I tell you, it is much easier on the phone.
Yes.
Much easier on the phone.
My mommy
Um, and,
was
and
my
there's
mommy
no
was up here,
um,
but I had to get off to do it again, so she got off. So I don't know if she got back on.
um so when I say something, you can hear me like immediately. There's no lag time.
I hear you.
So if I say it's Friday,
You know the deal.
it's Friday.
So let's talk for real.
Oh, it does sound like it is a slight delay,
Oh,
just a
okay.
delay, but that's okay. We're gonna work with it.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
I know what to do. Hey, cousin Ricky. Hey, cousin.
We gonna get it in there.
Yeah, we gonna do this. We're
I'll
going
jump
to.
in a little bit quicker if need be.
It's all right, sis.
Long as
The good,
both of us is up here, that's the key.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, like you look so clear.
Thank you, darling, and you do too. You look all
Yeah,
light bright.
it's the lighting. I
I
learned that from my
know. Lighting
boss.
is everything.
Yes, that is everything. So we do have a studio guest.
Oh,
But,
okay.
studio guests, they like to be anonymous for some
I
reason.
know.
It's like,
Shame
what
on
is the purpose
y'all.
of being a studio guest if
They
you're
need
going
to
to
come
be?
on out and stop
I
hiding.
know.
Come to the light, Carol
She back here laughing. She back here
Yes.
laughing.
Tucked in a
She is
corner
back here
somewhere.
laughing. It's Denise.
Hey, Denise.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
Hey. You hear that? Hey.
That little hey. Well, I'm ready when you
Oh,
ready, sis.
goodness. Huh?
I said I'm ready when you ready.
Okay. You ready?
It's Friday.
Oh, all
Yes.
right. It's Friday.
You know the deal.
Friday.
So let's talk for real.
It's Friday.
So let's talk. Let's talk for
Let's
real.
talk
Let's
for
talk.
real. Let's talk with Shay and Trill. Let's talk.
Let's
Let's
talk.
talk for
Let's
real.
talk
Let's
for
talk.
real.
Let's
Let's
talk
talk.
for
Let's talk for
real.
real. Yeah, that was a delay that time.
It's okay. It's all
It's
good.
okay. Hey,
Hi, sis.
Deborah.
Yes,
We
yes,
in here
yes.
though.
It is Friday, and we know the deal. It's
Yes,
Friday.
ma'am.
We get ready to talk for real.
Can
So,
we talk
Trill,
for
do
real?
you? Yes, we gonna talk for
Yes.
real. Denise is in the house. She's watching too. How about that?
All right.
So, our topic today is stop watering dead
Dead plants.
plants.
Yes.
Stop dead plants. And sis, if you don't mind, I just want to give a few definitions of what the word dead means.
Take it away, sis. And your broadcast voice.
Dead, yes.
Mm.
Deprived of life,
Mm-hmm.
no longer alive,
Yes.
having the appearance of death.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one. Numb,
Yes.
very tired. Look at this. This is good right here. incapable of being stirred emotionally or
Mm-hmm.
intellectually.
Yes.
Listen at this.
Sound like some people I know, girl.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Unresponsive. Listen at this. Grown cold.
Yes.
Barren. Infertile. No longer producing or functioning. Literally exhausted. So I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to let you go ahead on and hop in because, you know, these definitions, oh, God, they're so good. But go ahead, sis.
Yeah. So she gave us the definition about dead. So what I wanted to give was a few what's the word I want to use? Since we're talking about stop watering dead plants, let's talk about what plants need to survive. Plants need a source of nutrition, which is food. They need space in which to live. They need air, and they need optimal temperatures in order to grow and reproduce. So that means the temperature's got to be just right. So there's an acronym for you people out there who like to write called LAWN, like your front lawn, your back lawn. So that is light, air, water, and nutrition. So that's what a plant needs to survive.
So go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So when you were talking about lawn, light, air, water, nutrition, as I was researching how to take care of healthy plant, that is exactly what I found as well. But listen at what they said. They said you have to, in order for a plant to be healthy, you have to take the time to prepare the proper environment before the plants arrive. Listen to this. Don't smother new plants with too thick of a soil blanket. Listen to this. It says use health foods, but nourish young plants well during growth spurts. Listen at this. Listen at what number 4 says. Weed out bad influences when plants are young.
Yes. Now, so, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
When you were saying all that, I was thinking about us naturally. The same qualifications that is required for living plants to live is the same environment and qualification we need for ourselves. Absolutely. And some of us are not growing and we're dying because, for one, we're in the wrong environment.
Yes.
We're planted in the wrong soil.
Yes.
We're eating the wrong food, naturally and spiritually. Absolutely. And the last thing you said was what?
Weed out bad influences.
Yes, we're being choked by some of the company that we're keeping.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. And you know, when I started thinking about how to take care of a healthy plant, I started thinking about our relationships. Yes. And to me, it's one of, or in parenting, or whether the relationship is sister to sister, brother to brother, husband to wife. There is a level of the right environment.
Right.
But listen to this. I found this too, sis. Listen to what this says. Stop watering things that were never meant to grow in your life.
Amen.
And we spend a lot of energy watering things that never should even have had the opportunity to even take root in our lives. But we allowed it because we have the wrong soil. We don't have right light. The air that we have is not fresh air. It's not natural air. It's stale manufactured air. And so,
Mhm.
because of those elements, that's why we are giving our time, our
Mhm.
talents, our treasures, our gifts, our
Uh-huh.
money, our emotions to things that was never meant to grow in our lives. Now,
Mhm.
when we talk about the definition of dead,
Uh-huh.
listen at this one right here. Incapable of being stirred emotionally
Mhm.
or intellectually.
Uh-huh.
How many times have we been involved in relationships, regardless of what type of relationship it is, where the person is, like the definition of dead says, numb,
Uh-huh.
regardless of you try to enter into a conversation with them, there is
Mhm.
nothing there. You're trying to have
Yes.
an intellectual conversation, there is nothing there. You want to talk about that for a little bit?
Oh yeah, even when you were saying that, I was said to you earlier that I have killed a cactus.
Oh
And a
God, yeah, you did
cactus,
tell me that.
yeah, a cactus does not require a lot. But for me, I thought I wasn't watering it enough. And so I killed a cactus. And what I was doing is doing what I was applying more than what it naturally needed. And so a lot of
Yeah,
times when we get in these relationships, we're giving it more than what is even needed. And because we're overwatering it or over taking care of it, then God can't do what is naturally designed to do, and we're interfering. And so
right.
sometimes we got to understand that, like you said about that thing becoming numb. Sometimes we can be in a situation so long because we feel like we can resurrect it, we can bring it back to life. We think we can play the position of God, and now we're wearing ourselves out because now it's you're talking about putting a cactus in a rose bush garden. It is not
Mm,
designed to be there.
right,
you know,
right.
although it's still, both of them have the little prickly things. Yeah, they might have that for protection, but it won't meant for it to be in the same garden. And so we put ourselves in situations sometimes where we are roses, but we're
Yes,
living amongst cactus.
my
And then we
God.
wonder why we don't look the same, we're not growing the same. So yeah.
And
Yeah,
when you
stop being
talking about,
numb.
yeah, putting a rose bush where a cactus would be, you're depriving that beautiful rose
Mm-hmm.
of life. How
Yes.
many times have we stayed in relationships so long that we
Mm-hmm.
are being deprived of life? Why are we being
Yeah.
deprived, Jay? Because you are spending all your time, your energy, your
Mm-hmm.
emotions on somebody who, the bottom line, is just not interested in you.
Yes, and Terrence just said, my cousin just said, some of us marry into it. Yes,
Absolutely.
we will marry
Absolutely.
into it. We will marry into a cactus plant and think we're gonna turn it into a rose. It
And
ain't
you don't
working.
power, right? We don't have the
Mm-hmm.
power to change anybody because we didn't create them, so we don't have the power to change them. And a lot of times people get into relationships, and believe it or not, this is the interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
People enter into relationships that are already dead.
Right.
They tell
Mm-hmm.
me if it sound like a duck, it walk like a duck, quack quack, Aflac,
It's the
it's a
duck.
duck.
Yes.
It's it's a duck. It's a duck. So
Mm-hmm.
Sheila says, thorns of life, cactuses and roses. Interesting perspective. Thanks, Sheila.
But that's what we do. We'll take, like, I got two plants in my office right now, and both of them
Mm-hmm.
need to be repotted. They have outgrown the pot to the point that the roots are at the top of the soil and they're hanging on. But I know I need to get them out of the environment that they're in, put them in fresh soil. I need to weed out the stuff that's already dead. But every day I'm looking at those two plants sitting in my window, and I'm not transplanting them into a healthier environment so that they can live. That's what we do sometimes. We'll look at that same dead situation day in and day out, and we know it needs to be moved. We know it needs to be put in something else, but we'll keep letting it sit there. And then when the problems and the conflict comes, that's the roots on top of the soil. Now it's I just got a revelation on that. Even with the roots being on top of the soil, the roots going to continue to grow because that's what it's supposed to do. So it's going to grow even out of the source that's supposed to keep it buried, to now that stuff start getting revealed. And so that's what happened in our relationships. We think that we're going to bury it, but the problems of the environment not being correct, now the stuff starts to surface. And now we keep looking at it like, how am I supposed to do this? How am I supposed to make it live? Yes. Go ahead. I see you shaking.
Yeah, that's a good point. But you know what? This is what I saw, the vision that I got, that you were saying as you went into your office and you saw these plants need to be repotted. You know, people will know what to do to help you grow, but instead will watch you die.
Right.
I said, people will know what you need to live, but instead they will watch you die.
Watch you die. Girl, you better go get some soil for tomorrow. I'm sorry, plants.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. You're watching it die, and you know it. You just said, I know I need to repot these plants. I know I need to get soil and put them in larger pots. And that's the thing. Sometimes we're in relationships and we outgrow the pot, and the person that we're in the relationship with see us growing outside of the pot. But instead of saying, you know what, do one of these numbers. It's not you, it's me. It may be you know what I'm saying? It's not you, it's me. And a lot of Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Because even when what you just said with that is that, you know, I'm thinking about me with the 2 plants. And my thought process is, I don't feel like getting this soil out, getting this newspaper out, getting this stuff all on my office floor in order for me to do it. But what I'm doing, like you said, is depriving something else to live. Knowing that, we don't want to put the work in. We don't want to get our hands dirty. We don't want to make sacrifices. We don't want to do that. So it's easier to ignore it and let it continue on dying to the point that now it's got nothing left, but you ain't got no choice but to throw it away. But I'm sorry, plants. I'm going to fix y'all tomorrow.
Praise God.
Yes. Thank you for that revelation, sis.
You are welcome, sis. I mean, but it's like that in all of our relationships. I mean, there are some people that are in the audience that are on jobs that people who can fan their flame, that can fan the fire to ignite all the more. But you know, the bottom line is that sometimes we have in our mindset that we are so afraid that this person is going to get ahead. This person is going to do more than I can do. But the Bible says, greater than these shall you do. That's what Jesus did. He came so that we could do greater works for the kingdom. We got a lot of comments, sis. I'm sorry, my fingers in the screen. I'm trying to read them.
Like Sheila said, she said, good analogy. We need to learn how to apply. She says, I'm going to learn to apply my green thumb to my life. Yes.
That's good.
We all got, like you said, when we talk about the plant itself, sometimes we got to go through the phase of rooting out the weeds. A lot of us don't want to root out the weeds because we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and because we've been in it for so long. I've been friends with them since middle school and childhood, but they're squeezing the life out of you. They're not adding anything, like you said, about they're not fanning your flame. They're putting your flame out. So you got to learn how to start weeding some stuff out in order for the new roots to come up, you know. And then we're looking at seasons too. You want to get into seasons with plants? Because we was talking about one of the comments that, are you froze? Lord, she done froze up on me. Oh, there you go.
I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. You froze.
I said, did you want to talk about the seasons? Because one of the sisters had put that sometimes, as a plant lover, that some plants have to be lay dormant and they appear to be dead. So do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So, yeah, she was saying that as a plant lover, some plants do appear to be dead, but they're laying dormant like people, like you just said. Yes.
Uh-huh.
My thing is that if the plant is dead,
Mm-hmm.
why are we giving any additional time
Mm-hmm.
to try to resurrect something that is dead? Now, I get dormant.
Right.
Dormant is different from dead.
From dead. Yes, ma'am.
And why is it dead in the first place?
Uh,
Why did the plant die in the beginning?
because
Okay, let's
one of
take me
these,
for example.
go ahead.
If I am a lover of plants,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm a lover of plants, that means apparently I love to take care of plants.
Right.
Why would I watch a plant die
Mm-hmm.
and then try to revive it?
Right.
If I don't if I don't care enough about the plant, and I will watch it die,
Mm-hmm.
why would I try to revive it?
Uh-huh.
Why would I try to revive it, sis? I'm trying to. Why would I try to revive? Well, now in your case, your plants aren't dead. They have just outgrown their environment.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They need to be put in a larger environment.
Right.
But when a plant is dead,
Mm-hmm.
what is the purpose of watering a dead plant when it is dead?
Right.
There's
And
no need.
when you said what made the plant die in the first place, one of the elements were missing. One of the elements were missing out of the acronym LAWN.
Yes. Light,
So
air, water, or nutrition.
Or nutrients. One of those
Yes.
is missing. And because one of those is missing, then the whole entire plant might not die at the same time. But you're gonna start seeing signs that something is wrong, that something is missing. Maybe the temperature has changed. They're not getting enough sunlight, or they're not getting the proper nutrition. But you're going to start seeing signs because the leaves going to start dying. The leaves will start dying off before the plant dies.
Sure will. Sure will.
So
sure will.
So same thing when you start talking about your life and relationships and you being the plant, you're going to start seeing elements of death coming your way before you actually get to that point where you die, because something has changed in your environment.
When you're unresponsive. Yes. Let's go
Right.
back to the definitions of dead. Unresponsive. No longer producing or functioning. Just literally exhausted. Having the appearance of death. Very tired. Incapable of being stirred emotionally or intellectually. No longer alive.
Yes.
Barren.
Yes.
So that means that we're not producing anything together.
Right.
You going to the left, I'm going to the right.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going in the same direction. So why would I continue to water something that is dead if it's not providing any life, any source of life for me?
But ain't that what we want God to keep doing?
Yes.
We want God to keep resurrecting us, keep watering us, keep doing, but we have disconnected from his source. We've disconnected from eating his food. We've stopped breathing in his air. We start walking in his light, but we still want him to resurrect what we are constantly doing, killing ourselves by disconnecting from all of these life sources. So
the dead thing. Yeah,
dead
we want
thing.
the dead thing. The dead thing that's not going to profit us not one thing. It's not going to profit us spiritually. It's not going to profit us financially. And there's a lot of people that are in business. And they have connected to the wrong business partner.
Yep.
The business partner is going one way, and they're going a totally different direction than their business partner. But they still try to make it work. So then before long, what happens is they are going out of business.
Yes.
The Bible says, how can two walk together except they agree? So if it's just like me and you.
Right.
There's no way in the world we could continue to do Let's Talk for Real with Shay and Trill.
And Trill.
If Shay has her own agenda and Trill has her own agenda, then and the agendas are totally different.
Right.
There's no way in the world we will continue to be able to do this broadcast for the people to glorify God.
It won't bud nowhere.
No, it won't.
No, it won't.
And it won't. And the other thing that it will not do, it will not provide any source of nutrients for the individuals who tune in every week. And we love y'all for doing it.
You're right on that one.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any source of nutrient. There wouldn't be any breath of air, fresh air that they're getting. They wouldn't be getting any revelation. You know, they wouldn't be getting revelatory knowledge. They wouldn't be getting encouragement. They wouldn't get the nutrient that they need to get stronger. The Bible says that some of us are going to be a sower of the seed. Some of us the waterer of the seed, and it is God that gives the increase. And so we have one of two positions: either we're the sower of the seed or the waterer of the seed. And so I believe that that's what we're doing. For some people who tune in, we are sowing the seed. And there are others who are tuning in that we are watering the seed.
And that's why you got to know who is carrying your water and who is carrying your seed. Because
that's right.
You watered me by me talking about the plant. So you got to have something. I was like, oh, I got to do better about them plants, you know. But sometimes we got to, with each other, we do that for each other. And that's why you got to know who you yoked up to. Because when you talking about stop watering dead plants, you got to know who your life source is coming from. You know, who's really watering you, who is feeding you, like you said, whose light are you standing in, what table are you eating at, what balance are you getting? And if you got your life is connected to somebody and all that you're getting from them is death, they feel like you're drained every time you start having a conversation with them. When you in their presence, you the same when you came in, and you're the same when you leave out. You're not motivated. Worse. Yeah, or worse, you're not motivated. You if anything, you want to sit up there and take the razor and cut your wrist. That person right there, you need to you need to weed them out. Is what you need to do. You need to cut it.
Yes, you need to cut it. And that was one of the things that when I was researching how to take care of healthy plants, that it says weed out bad influences.
Yes.
You need to weed out bad influences in your life. And sometimes we don't want to do that because we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Yeah.
Or we want to be okay with everybody. I don't want them to dislike me. I don't want them to be offended. Well, sometimes you have to offend people. I hate to say that, but you know, well, I don't know if there's a good way to offend somebody, but sometimes
you be nice, nasty.
Yeah, you just have to be real with people and say, listen, you know, every time I talk to you, I'm drained.
Right.
You know, every time we have a conversation, every time I walk through the door. And I remember hearing a pastor say this. He said, men, they come home, but they are not home.
Right.
They're all there. You know, their body might be there, but their mind is on the other side of town. Their body might be there, but their mind is somewhere else where they are not getting the bad influences. They're not getting the stale air. They're not getting the things that's they're not the other place they're being watered when they're at home. They're not being watered.
Because your sanctuary should not be your cemetery.
Come on, can you say that one more time?
Your sanctuary should not be your cemetery.
Your cemetery.
You shouldn't go home to die.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's a sad day when I tell my husband or a husband tells his wife, listen, I'm dying here. And the wife does nothing to revive her husband. She does nothing to breathe life into him, and vice versa. If a wife, her husband, listen, I am dying. I am suffocating in our relationship, and he does nothing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But sit there and watch you die and suffocate?
Mm-hmm. He's not a
Come
lover
on.
of the plant.
Not of
Because
the
I see,
plant.
I'm not a plant lover. I don't have a green thumb. Those plants were given to me, so I can see every time a plant lover comes in my office, they're frustrated because they're like, "Sis, you need to do something with them plants." And
See,
I'm like, "Help me out, because this is not my lane. This is not what I normally do." So
right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the deal is, even though it's not what you normally do,
Uh-huh.
you let us know that you know what to do.
Yes. Key. That's the
Right?
key.
Yes. Even though
Mm-hmm.
it's not what we normally do, we know what to do.
What to
But
do.
it's easier for us to say, oh, it's
Oh,
not my thing.
yes.
To get my hands dirty and
Yes.
cultivate that soil so
Mm-hmm.
that those plants can grow.
Oh, but I'm gonna get my hands dirty tomorrow. I can't do that to my plants now that I got slapped in the face.
In the same way,
Girl.
relationships. It's the same way with our
Yes.
relationships. And there might be some people out in the audience today
Mm-hmm.
who are in relationships and their significant other, their spouse or their
Mm-hmm.
fiance is literally watching them die.
Die. Yes.
What advice would you give them, sis?
Well, first of all, like you said, it's in all of us. We know what to do. And
Mm-hmm.
because we know what to do, we need to put our words really into action, because a lot of times we talk ourselves out of a whole lot of stuff when all we need to do is close our mouths and put our hands to the plow and really go to work. And so when you talk about resurrecting or over watering the dead plants, we got to understand that even a plant, it has life, and we're responsible for that life, and how we take care of that life basically is a reflection of us. So I
Yes.
don't think I would like for my plants to let me get so out of control that I'm outgrowing where I supposed to be and not take care of me. So what we got to do is make sure that, we do what God has called for us to do. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it means getting your hands dirty, even if it means changing your environment. And go back and like we talked about earlier, the look at the elements that it takes to make the plant live. See what's
Yeah.
missing,
Yes.
and then you go back and reapply that so it can go back to growing like it's supposed to, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Right. And then when there are dead, like when the plant grows, right, or it starts
Mm-hmm.
shedding, what I do with my plants at home is when I see a leaf that has turned brown,
Mm-hmm.
I pluck it.
Pluck it off. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Most
leave
of
it
us
on the,
do. That's a
but a lot
natural
of
thing.
people, right, but a lot of people would
Leave it there.
leave the dead,
Mm-hmm.
if they will leave it on the plant.
And
And
leaving it on the plant don't do nothing but make it spread faster, death to spread faster. So what you're doing is cutting it off before it has a chance to spread. Right. I know.
exactly.
I got
So,
it.
I just pray that our conversation today on stop watering dead plants has helped somebody. I pray that
Yeah.
it has. So, sis, I want to say one other thing, and then
Mm-hmm.
because it's 6 o'clock, and then you can give your final comments.
Mm-hmm.
Too much of a thing is not healthy either,
Yes.
because one of the things said that if we are overprotective,
Mm-hmm.
that means that you're getting too much water, you're getting too
Yes.
much air, you're getting too
Mm-hmm.
much light, you're
Mm-hmm.
getting too much food, then that is going to kill the plant too.
That's what I
And
did to
so
the cactus.
that's exactly what you
Yes.
said you did.
That's what I
Cactus, you
did to the
get
cactus.
too much water.
Gave it
Yeah.
too much. Mm-hmm.
We're smothering, and some people in their relationships, one is being smothered by the other, so it can't grow. And so
Mm-hmm.
just having to come to a place that I say, you know what, I gotta live, and
Yes.
meaning that the life of me might mean the death of you and the death of our
Yes.
relationship, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't continue to allow you to watch me die and
Yes.
I just lay down and do nothing. I have
Mm-hmm.
to fight for my own life, my own
Yes.
right to live. We all right to live. So I
Mm-hmm.
have to fight for the right to live. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do. So those are my final comments, sis. I'm a
Yes.
fight to live.
Fight to live, honey. What I'm gonna do is stop the outpour of the water.
Yeah,
Because sometimes you
right.
gotta take the water pot out of people's hands, and because they're
Yeah,
drowning you because you're allowing them to, and so you gotta
right.
learn how to um, first save yourself before you can go and try to save somebody else. Because that's the instructions they give you on an airplane. And when it goes to
That's right.
crashing, they say if you're with your children or your spouse, first thing you need to do is take the breath for yourself first, because you ain't gonna be no good
That's
to them if y'all your oxygen is gone. Even when you talk about saving somebody's life swimming, you gotta first make sure that both of us ain't gonna drown.
right. Right.
So yeah, so my thing is really taking the power back out of somebody else's hand, because
Right.
your life and you living should not be dependent on somebody else. Why would you
That's
allow somebody else to suck the life out of you? So
especially Jesus died for us to
yeah,
have life and that more
yes,
abundantly.
yes.
Don't
So mine is
continue to
taking that power back,
continue to
honey.
deplete my oxygen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't continue to deplete my oxygen. I can't allow you to continue to deplete my oxygen because I need oxygen to live. I need to
Yes.
be able to breathe,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, all right.
Yes. Yes.
You ready?
I'm
So
ready.
thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in today. We did have
Mm-hmm.
a secret guest, and she did not want to say anything on camera today.
Shame.
I know, shame on her. But thank you so much, everybody, tuning in. I see Clara just tuned in and Rod just tuned in. Thank you guys for
Yes.
tuning in, everybody who tuned
Yes.
in today. We really do appreciate you. We love you. Have a
Hey,
blessed weekend.
one
Yes.
other thing. Don't forget to join our YouTube channel for
Right.
yeah. So we have uploaded all of our videos, the majority of them anyway, to our new our new YouTube channel for Let's Talk for Real with Shay and Trill. Please go on there. If you are people that are not on Facebook, share it with your family and friends that they can go on and they can look at it anytime they want to. Subscribe, leave a comment if you like, give us a
Yes.
thumbs up, and eventually we're going to try to trickle over to YouTube once we
Yes.
get all of that down packed. But just make sure you guys go and support us on YouTube channel now. Hey.
Yes, we love you guys for your support. We really do.
Mm-hmm.
So have a blessed weekend. We love you. Sing along with us as we close out the show. It's Friday.
You know the deal.
It's Friday.
So let's talk for real.
It's Friday.
So
Let's talk.
let's talk for real.
Let's talk.
It's a
With
delay.
Shay and Trill. Let's talk. Let's talk
Let's
for
talk
real.
for real. Let's talk for
real.
real. Bye.
Bye bye,
Love you
everybody.
guys.
Love you guys for watching. Have a great weekend.
Bye bye.